Hello all, welcome to Emerald Tarot. I'm doing a pick a card reading based on who your twin flame is. I drew a lot of cards for this reading to hopefully give you some clarity. If you're new to a pick a card reading, you pick a card and you jump to the deck below in the timestamps to get your reading. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group number 4. So we'll start with group number 1. So group number 1, I'm going to just pull some basic tarot cards first for you. So the Empress is the first card drawn, the Queen of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. So I'm feeling like right now, people who picked group number 1, if you are a woman or you identify as a woman, or you identify with the feminine side, it might be that right now you're in a place where you're feeling very secure with yourself. You're probably someone who pampers themselves a lot, and you're attracted to just like stuff like beauty, maybe makeup. You like to do makeup a lot and hair. You might be a beautician. You might just like to look up beauty videos all the time, and you just really take good care of yourself. The Empress is also, you might believe in your own power a lot, so it doesn't have to do with pampering so much all the time, as it also could be that you just feel very powerful and secure in your life right now. And with the Queen of Swords, I'm seeing that you're a very analytical and independent person if you identify as a woman. Now, if you identify as a man, it could be that you're attracted to someone like this. It depends on who's reading and what this resonates with. And then the 8 of Wands, I'm seeing that right now you're probably not in a relationship with your twin flame, and you pick this reading hopefully that you would find some kind of answers. With the 5 of Swords, I'm seeing that if you're single right now, you've suffered a breakup recently, and you've kind of, with the 8 of Wands energy, you've probably just, you're trying to find something different, and you're trying to focus on yourself and take some time off from relationships and see other things. It could also be that you're flighty now because you've experienced heartbreak from someone before, probably someone you really cared about. With the 6 of Cups, it might be that a person from your distant past is coming back into your life, and that might be your twin flame. It could be an old relationship, a childhood friend that you're reuniting with, or it could be someone that has the traits of and personalities of the type of person you were attracted to in your adolescence, and then they take on these traits as an adult that you feel very familiar with. I also feel like the 6 of Cups is that obviously you've known this person a lot of times in your past life, and I think in your past life you were in twin flame reunion, so you're really missing that a lot. And you might be someone who goes from relationship to relationship because you're trying to find that connection you had in your past life. With the 9 of Cups, I see that a wish is being fulfilled soon. So if you're very, very lonely in your life right now and you really want to find that person is coming towards you very soon. With the 2 of Wands, I also see a little bit of victory here. A lot of victory, actually. There's going to be a personal victory. And it's also that you're thinking of an idea right now. You're thinking of this idea, and you're putting that idea into motion. It might be a project, or it might just be like that you're trying to move, or you're trying to do something different, and you're putting that idea into motion. And with the 9 of Cups down here, you're going to see that into fruition. With the 3 of Cups, in this reading, I'm seeing that this person could be part of a friend group that you're about to meet, or they might be someone you've overlooked in a friend group, or maybe it's someone you've really liked, a friend you've had a crush on for a long time, and you're finally going to be able to meet that person. So it's going to be in your community somehow. I don't see it as being a coworker so much as I see it being someone in your personal friends group. Although if you do hang out with your coworkers outside of work, it could be that potentially. But I doubt that if you have a crush on someone at work that you don't really see, I don't see it coming through as that person. It's someone definitely in your personal life and connected to a lot of people in your personal life, or in the future that they are going to make connections with people you know. And with the Ace of Cups, I'm seeing that this is brand new. Like, these are going to be brand new feelings. That if it is someone coming back, it's going to be feeling like falling in love all over again. And with the Nine of Cups, I feel like maybe for some of you, this has been someone you've had an eye on for a long time and you haven't had the courage, or life has just gotten in the way, or maybe you both were in relationships with other people at the time and it just couldn't happen because you guys were not evolved enough to be with each other. So if you do have someone that you're eyeing, I see that wish being fulfilled and that person being your twin flame. So with 17 Leo, it could be that your twin flame is a Leo, or that the Leo is somewhere in their chart. So I'm seeing that could be the case, or that they take on some of the traits of a Leo, where they're very determined, they're very strong, and they're natural born leaders. With the second house owning, I'm seeing that your twin flame probably does have a lot of money. So that's kind of what I'm gathering. And I'm going to pull some Work Your Light Oracle cards to get an idea of what your spirit guides might want to tell you about your twin flame. So who is Group 1's twin flame? What messages do you have for Group 1's twin flame? All right. So the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So I feel like now is the time where it's coming into your life. Whatever person you're looking for, it's finally manifesting. And with the Eight of Wands earlier, I'm seeing that there's going to be also a message soon. So it could be that this person messages you, or maybe it could be even on a dating app, and this person just throws a message out there. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So I have a feeling that for all those who identify as a woman, that this card means that it's very similar to the Empress. I feel like it connects to the Empress, but it does take on the High Priestess energy as well. That right now, just pamper yourself and really take care of yourself, so that when you meet this person, that they will see all of your beauty at the best possible level. And if you are identifying as a man, Sisterhood of the Rose, or it could be that you're attracted to women, that too. If you're attracted to women or you identify as a man, it could mean that with Sisterhood of the Rose, that you are just seeing this person for all their beauty, that the person that is your twin flame is a very beautiful person inside and out. So warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? So for those who identify as a woman, this could be that you are a warrior woman and you're very strong, very independent, and you go after what you want. If you're attracted to women, or if you identify as a man and you're attracted to a man, or you even identify as a woman and you're attracted to women, it could mean that the person you have your eye on is strong, a strong person, and there's someone who's going to be capable. So that's to look for if you're interested in women. And it also even could take on the traits, even in a man. Like, they could be a warrior, but they take on some feminine traits. And they're just someone who's strong. So your partner's probably going to be someone who's strong. And you could also be strong as well. So that's what I'm getting from your spirit guides. I'm going to draw 3 more cards just to get more clarity. So the Emperor. So with the Emperor and the Empress both appearing into this reading, I'm feeling like this is a very power couple type of relationship. None of you are going to be codependent. Both of you are going to have strong incomes and strong goals in your life. So this is going to be a power couple type relationship. I'm seeing that also with the world. The world is definitely in your hand, and you could do anything. You guys could do anything together. You can make anything manifest. As a couple, you'll be even stronger at manifesting together. With the Ace of Swords on that final note, with the Ace of Swords, I'm seeing that when you guys join together, any idea, any thought, any plan you want to put into motion will come to fruition. So that's kind of what I'm getting. And also, before we go, there's a poem I have to read from this card right here. At breakfast, a beloved asked her lover, "Who do you love more, yourself or me? From my head to my foot, I have become you. Nothing remains of me but my name. You have your wish, only you exist. I've disappeared like a drop of vinegar in an ocean of honey." And what I'm gathering from this poem is that both of you together will become one entity. It's like, not that you're disappearing, it's just that two souls are coming together and then you become one. And that's why it says, "From my head to my foot, I have become you. Nothing remains of me but my name." So you are part of the same soul. And when you do both come together, you'll be able to be even more powerful than you were single. So whoever drew deck number 1, this relationship, when it does finally manifest into your life, is going to be so powerful and so strong that nothing can stop you from reaching your goals. And this person is going to be so supportive of any goal that you have, because that goal is also their goal as a twin soul. So that's all I'm getting for deck number 1. If you liked this reading, please hit the like button, comment down below, and of course subscribe to my channel. Thank you all. I hope you all have a wonderful, lovely day. So, group number 2. So, with the Knight of Rods, the Page of Swords, and the King of Cups, what I'm seeing from here is that you're probably someone who's very, very young, and you're dating people who are young. If you're older, it could be that right now you're just playing the field. You're just looking around and trying to see what's out there. So like you're the page in between the knight and the knights, trying to juggle who you like, or maybe there's a love triangle, or maybe you're just like constantly going through different types of people because you're not sure if you want to settle down yet. If you're in a love triangle, I have the feeling that one of these two people are your twin flame, and you're having a hard time choosing between the two of them because at this time you're not centered enough to kind of get clarity on it. So you're very confused and you're like, I don't know, I like them both. One of them is just charismatic and fiery and just exciting, and the other one's just so loving and caring and seems to really love me, always showering me with gifts. So it could be either of those traits, and you're just stuck between these two people. With the Three of Pentacles, it might be coworkers that you're stuck between. There might be a work-love triangle. And with the Six of Pentacles, I'm seeing that, again, one of them is probably showering you with a lot of gifts and just because they like you so much, they really want to impress you. And with the Ten of Pentacles, this person that's giving you a lot of gifts or that's paying extra attention to you really wants to start a family with you. If you're not seeing anyone right now, it could be that this is a situation that's going to happen in your future. So with the Knight of Cups, I'm seeing that that's probably the one that you should choose, because the other one, although they're charismatic and exciting and fun and popular, they're not someone you want to really be around long term. And that they're just kind of a player themselves. It doesn't mean that they're bad or they're awful. It's just that they're not looking for something long term. And I think deep down you probably know that if you are seeing someone that has these kind of traits. This person doesn't see anything long term with you or anyone else. It's just that they're having fun, and that doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that this person just wants to play the field for a while, be single for a while, and discover themselves before they finally settle down. And with the Shaman of Wands, I'm seeing that with the person, the Knight of Rods, before they can be capable of a relationship, they probably need to grow up. And with the Six of Discs, I'm seeing that you really want to be pampered. And that the person who's showering you with gifts and pampering you is probably the person that you know is good for you. So you probably already know. And the person you're going to be with is probably someone who's going to give you a lot of gifts and shower you with a lot of attention. I see your twin flame becoming like a huge support system too as well. Like you could just really rely on this person. Like even the gift of massage in this video, it's just that this person is really taking care of you, mind, body, and soul. So if you know someone like that in your life, and they're not doing it to be nefarious either, so just be aware that their intentions are honest. If you have someone like this in your life that you can trust, that might be your twin flame. But there are also people who are very con artisty about being nice, and we've all discussed enough discourse on nice guys or even nice girls, for girls who think that they're not like the other girls. That if it's nefarious and it's not honest intentions, to be aware of that person's intentions, because if they're just being nice to get something out of you, they're not actually being nice. So when this person appears, or if this person is in your life already, it's just someone you can trust, and you know that you can trust them, and they've proven their trust several times. With the Empress again, I have a feeling that this person that's going to be your twin flame is going to pamper you and really give you a lot of their attention. That's just kind of the person they are. Void of Coursing Moon, I'm seeing that right now you're really missing that connection with your twin flame. It's just something that you like have this hole, like it's like a hole in your heart, and it's something that really gets to you right now. It's really hard on you, and you really wish that you could feel that hole. And with Moon Soul, I'm seeing that you're doing a kind of, your spiritual self is doing a soul journey on what exactly needs to be done, like what needs to change. And there's this dark shadow over it right now that you can't really see, but once you open up your chakras, you're going to see exactly what you've been looking for all along. And you need to go on this soul's journey of recovery. If you're someone who's facing depression right now, or you're going through a hard time, you need to go through this journey right now to recover and finally find your footing. So it's just something you have to go through. I went through depression, major depression, for years, and during that time, any person that I invested time with was not going to be my twin flame, because I wasn't ready for that divine timing. So I'm going to pull some cards for advice from your spirit guide. So the Crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So I got a feeling with the Knight of Rods. When I first saw the Knight of Rods, it might be that there isn't a love triangle. The Knight of Rods is probably someone you were previously dating, or someone you're just frustrated right now and they just will not grow up. And you really like this person, but they're probably not the one for you. And maybe you can't meet the Knight of Cups until you let this person go. With the Crumbling, what are you clinging to? If you're clinging to a person, I know that there are some law of attraction gurus, and one of them being Abraham Hicks, that say you can attract a specific person. But I always advise against that, because if you know someone's toxic and you know someone's bad for you and you've seen them be abusive or just toxic and not honest, that's not really going to change because these are behavioral patterns. When you attract a specific person, you attract that into your life as well. If someone wants to change, they have to make the decision to change alone through their own spiritual journey. And until this person grows up, as I said with the Shaman of Kings, or the Shaman of Rods, that's not going to change. And maybe in this lifetime, this person will never grow up. So if you're clinging to someone and they're not giving you the attention that you're looking for, with Break the Chain, you need to rewrite your future and you need to change this energy. And I feel like that's kind of what Void of the Coursing Moon and the missing, or Void of the Course Moon and Moon Soul, I feel like that's kind of where this energy is coming through, that you're still in love with someone that is not your twin flame, and maybe you're very attracted to them, but this is a karmic relationship that you need to move on from. And if you have decided you're not going to go back to that, you still need to do some personal work so that you don't attract that energy again. I'm going to draw 3 more cards just to get a little bit of clarity. Oh, how cool is that? 2 of Coins, change. So you do definitely need to change some energy. 3 of Coins, I feel like this means working on yourself or working on a project. And the Hierophant. So I think the Hierophant is a very important card because oftentimes the Hierophant can come up in readings for people who are addicted. And maybe you're addicted to a person, or you're addicted to a substance, or any addiction you need to let go of. And I feel like with the Crumbling and Break the Chain, for some of you it could be addiction to alcohol or drugs, or it could be addiction to a person. It could be addiction to even online communities. Sometimes you could be addicted to the attention on Twitter, the attention on Instagram, the likes you get, and that could be harmful. So if you do have an addiction to some sort, you need to let that go and make that change in your life. And with the 3 of Coins, maybe build a stronger foundation and community based on the changes you make. I have 1 more card, and it is the Poem card that's set at the top of the deck. Stop talking, what a shame you have no familiarity with inner silence. Polish your heart for a day or two. Make that mirror your book of contemplation. Make that mirror your book of contemplation. So polish your heart for a day or two. Make that mirror your book of contemplation. So think before you speak, think before you act, and think before you make a decision. Deep down inside, we all know, but we deny sometimes the facts. So if there is someone who's treating you wrong in your life, maybe you need to let that person go. And it's so hard to give this advice. And I'm sure someone's going to get this advice and dislike this video because they want to be told that it's going to be working out. But I'm not going to give you bad advice that's going to hurt you just to make you happy for a week. If someone is hurting you, you need to let that person go. And if you do have habits that are hurting you, you need to move on from those habits and seek better habits and better structure in your life. And then when you finally reach that phase, you're going to find that person who's going to shower you with the love and attention and that you've always been craving for. And there is going to be someone else in your life that's really going to treat you good. And when you meet that person, you're going to understand why you had to go through some of the stuff, so you can learn to not make these same mistakes and love someone naively and go into the world with naive ideas or ideas that don't connect with you. So for group number 2, definitely get some clarity and do some self-work, and I'm sure everything is going to make sense to you. And that's all I have for group number 2. If this reading resonated with you, or if it just really helped you, just hit the thumbs up button, comment down below, and definitely subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all next time. So group number 2. Ace of Rods, the Chariot, and the Tower. So what I'm seeing recently in your life, you went full force on a project and it blew up in your face, or maybe you went full force with an idea and it just didn't work out for you. And right now it feels like it's blown up in your face. For some of you that are single, I feel like this might be an unrelated to love kind of situation. For those who are single, it might be a bad relationship. And with the Devil, I'm seeing maybe you were with someone who is actually bad for a lot of you. And with Death and the King of Swords, this person was probably a master manipulator. And this person probably really hurt you. And you're really stuck right now. Maybe you don't even want any kind of relationship right now because you're just stuck with the idea of like what this person did, and it's just in your head right now, like, and it's messing you up, and you're probably trying to start projects, but because this person hurt you so bad, nothing that you are trying to do is working out because you're not in a good headspace to even be working on these projects. And with the Devil, I'm seeing that this is an ex who's clearly obsessed. And also with the Chariot, this person is probably looking up your pages, and he might even come into your work, or she might even come into your work. It's just someone who's very obsessed and very negative. I'm seeing that the last relationship you were in was abusive. If you haven't been in an abusive relationship, it could be an abusive boss or just someone who's stalking you because you couldn't give them the love that they wanted. And that isn't really love to begin with when someone does something like that. So I get the idea that you've been through some hard times and someone's really hurt you. And with the Eight of Cups, you just want to run away. You want to run away from all of this energy and maybe just hide in the ocean. Just hide underneath everything. Just like kind of like an ocean creature where you just fall into the ocean, and what I'm seeing is kind of just hiding underneath, like maybe blankets, hiding in your house, isolating yourself. With the Eight of Cups, I'm seeing that you've ran to get away from this person, or you've ran to get away from this toxic energy that's in your life. With the Priestess of Discs, I'm seeing that you're someone who actually likes to be out in the open. You're someone who likes to be out in the open, and this is really suffocating you. That you have to hide your life because someone is so invested in you and so obsessed with you and so toxic that you have to change everything about your life. And I definitely understand how that feels. It doesn't even have to be an ex-lover. It could be someone who just keeps looking you up, and they're just obsessed because maybe you just told them off once when they exhibited bad behavior and they just can't take criticism. It could be anything. But when someone is that invested in you, it hurts, because if they have this devil energy, it hurts to have someone hate you this much and give you so much hateful energy and be focused on making your life hard on you just because they don't like something you said, the way you dress, the stuff you like, the interests you like. It could be anything like that. No one deserves to be hurt like that. And sometimes with this devil energy, people in your life will tend to justify their behavior by vilifying you. And maybe you could have done something a little bit wrong that you're not proud of, but you don't deserve to be stopped and you don't deserve to be hurt because you said something wrong once, or maybe you didn't end the relationship right. You don't deserve this negativity in your life because someone doesn't like you. And maybe they've justified it, but there's no reason for this to be happening to you. And with the Justice card, I'm seeing that there will be some kind of balance and justice served to this person, whether it be justice in their own communities, justice through the law, or just their own karma will finally catch up with them. And before you meet your twin flame, you're going to have to do a lot of healing from the situation, whatever it may be. And then with Jupiter abundance, I'm seeing in your future that you're going to finally find the love and abundance that you're looking for once this situation blows over and once you recover and do the healing that you need I'm going to draw some cards because this hasn't really answered who your twin flame is, because this King of Swords is not. So who is group number 3's twin flame? Who is group number 3's twin flame? Who is group number 3's twin flame? So I'm getting the Tower again. And I'm getting the 6 of Cups. And then the 2 of Cups. And then the 7 of Cups. So for a while with the 7 of Cups, I feel like you're going to just kind of seek out your options. When you finally do recover, you're going to seek out your options for a while. You're also going to be skeptical when you look at other people, like, and get to know them. You're going to think about their motives. And because there are predators out here, and this King of Swords person is a predator, whether they want to admit it to themselves or not. Oftentimes predators are even in denial about their behavior, and they make themselves feel right. So 7 of Cups, I think for a while you're just going to kind of play the field and kind of see what else is out there. But I see you're going to meet your twin flame soon with the 2 of Cups. And I feel like with the 6 of Cups, it might be someone that you're reuniting with from your past. Or your twin flame could also be someone that kind of has the same interests in you as like some of the hobbies you did as a child. Maybe you're going to go back to those hobbies and you're going to meet that person through that. So that could also be an option. With the Tower, I'm seeing that it's going to be a bit because you need to rebuild your life before you can actually open up to somebody else. So I'm going to draw some cards from your spirit guides to get a little bit more clarity here. This is such a different reading. This is not what I expected to read today. And I'm so sorry to everyone that feels like they have to go through this. No one deserves to be treated this way. Boundaries. I love how tarot is so often like this. It so resonates with the entire reading. You'll draw from different decks, completely blind, and you'll oftentimes get cards that relate to the reading beforehand. So boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I think that goes with the 7 of Cups. You're going to have to be skeptical. And you're going to have to not always take people's word for it. If you get my drift here, you're not going to just jump into a relationship. You're already doing it. So stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. I feel like you already kind of know what you need to do to meet your twin flame. Oh gosh, this is so funny. I'm new to this deck. So these Rummy Love cards. And I have no idea what they mean until I turn over the poem to read. And it's funny ironic that it says, don't hide your heart but reveal it so that mine might be revealed and I might accept what I am capable of. I feel like you want to hide your heart after everything that's happened. And I'm so sorry that these things have happened to you and that people have treated you wrong because of whatever reason. But I feel like when you finally get your confidence back and you set the appropriate boundaries and you do rebuild your tower, that you will meet your twin flame. And I'm going to just pull a couple more cards because I really want to give you more information on your twin flame and not about what's going on right now. So I'm going to pull another set of cards. Who is group 3's twin flame? So 5 of Wands. It really likes to talk about this conflict. But 2 of Swords, blockages, the Wheel, and the 4 of Cups. So I feel like a lot of things need to change. And it really wants to talk about these blockages. And maybe knowing who your twin flame is isn't really as important to hear right now as the situation, because it just keeps coming up with this stuff. So 4 of Cups, I feel like you feel isolated again. And then with the 5 of Wands, there's all this energy. But when your luck finally changes, this 2 of Swords energy, these blockages are going to be removed. And that's when you're going to meet your twin flame. And maybe the reason why I feel like this reading for group number 3, why it's not saying who it is right now, is maybe that's what you don't need to focus on right now. And recovery is what you really need to focus on right now, and this is what your spirit guides want you to hear. So right now I would focus on just really recovering, maybe start some art projects, go back to school, do something productive. Keep your mind off of social media. Social media is so hard when we're going through a lot of hard stuff in our lives, and there's probably some scandalous person that's also on this person's side, probably sending you stuff or pretending like, sometimes they'll like pretend like to virtue signal and try to slander you just to make you look worse than you really are, and like pick out everything you said to try and try you for something that you haven't even done, or try you for something you never really meant. And I feel like social media is a lot like the crucible these days, that we're putting people on trial constantly for everything they've done, and but we're also avoiding, in a sense, what we've done ourselves and personal betterment. And we're trying to, by focusing on other people, hide our own sins. And so I feel like that's kind of a thing that's going on with social media right now. So try to take off of social media and you'll probably feel a lot better. And that's what I have for group number 3. If you like this reading, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in the comments down below. I hope to see you all next reading. Thank you. I hope this helped. So last but not least, group number 4. So, Judgment, Page of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. So I feel if a lot of you are artists, an art project of yours has just been completed and I feel like you're moving on to the next phase. It also could be that you're growing up right now, and I feel like you're going to have a wish fulfilled soon, whether it be love, career, or in your art projects. Something good is really, really coming to you. With the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords, you have a lot of ideas, and there's probably someone who in your life that shares a lot of ideas with you. And I have a feeling that a lot of people are very young that are getting this reading right now. That you might be in your early 20s, or you're like, maybe you're like 18, 19, around that age group, that you're just like sharing your ideas with someone right now that's also around your age. If that's not the case, it could be that the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups are just reasserting that your art projects and your ideas are shooting forth right now. And the 8 of Pentacles. So I'm feeling for group number 4 that a lot of you are really focused on your own careers right now and your own hobbies right now and personal betterment in a lot of your interests, and you've been doing really well and getting pretty far with that. And there's probably someone you collaborate with a lot that you're interested in. I think that for some of you that is the case. For someone that you know at school, that they could be just really good at school and very science oriented. It could be that too. I'm seeing that coming through. Or they're just really good at their job if this is a workplace situation, and you guys have been working together and you kind of really like this person. And for some of you, this is probably your twin flame. I'm seeing that. And that with the Son of Discs, this is someone you know at school or at work. And the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords shows that you work a very competitive job. I don't think this means failure for this group. It just means that you work in a very competitive industry, or you're in a competitive major, or even if you're still in high school, that there's a lot of competition in your classes. Maybe you take art classes that are very competitive. And I see that you have a crush on someone in your class, or you have a crush on someone you work with. It could be any of that, or maybe just someone you go to school with and that isn't in your classes, but you see from time to time. And you just really, really like this person. And with like the Ace of Swords and the 9 of Cups from earlier, I feel like the wish for you is going to come true. You probably had to sacrifice something, maybe for your projects, but you had to make a financial sacrifice, I'm seeing, or some kind of sacrifice. Maybe you had to give up old friendships because they weren't good for you anymore. It could be any kind of sacrifice. And I feel like that's kind of why judgment was earlier in the reading, because it's showing that by sacrifice, you're being reborn. And then with the revolution, I'm seeing that something new is coming based on like all your hard work and all the time you sacrificed. Something good is coming to you soon, and you're being reborn into a new phase of your life. And I feel like for a lot of you with this competition, you're worried you might not make the cut, but I think that's going to happen. And maybe the person you like has a lot of people fighting over them because they're just really confident and they're really smart and they're probably really attractive and they have a lot of charisma. So I'm going to draw some more cards from the tarot deck my friend gave me in Boston. She actually gave this to me at Star Wars Celebration of all things, so. So the Hermit. So obviously you guys have been studying and working a lot on this project. And Ace of Cups. I feel like if you have a crush on someone, it's going to come through. And then the Page of Coins comes in again. And I feel like that has a lot to do with your personal projects. And because of like how this person is holding out this coin, I feel like it has to do with a lot of your personal projects being realized or started. And that you're on to this new phase. And I'm going to pull just a couple more because I feel like not a lot of clarity has been given yet. So the Fool, obviously you're on a new journey. I feel like a lot of you watching this are probably very young. The Knight of Coins, the Eight of Swords. I feel like for a while there were some blockages and you had to make the sacrifice to free yourself from the situation. And it might have been with an abuser or abusive friend, and that was what you had to sacrifice. Or maybe just even a toxic friend or someone toxic in your life you had to cut out. And I'm going to pull some Work Your Light Oracle cards for some messages from your spirit guides. I got the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Clearly, your personal projects are going well. I love so much how tarot and oracle cards do this thing where you can shuffle from a deck and get cards that match up with your reading. So birthing of a new age, bringing new creations, dreaming of a new world into being. I feel like right now your life is at a tipping point, and with judgment and revolution, you're going into a new phase of your life. And that this person, this Page of Swords, is also going to be very supportive. So this is clearly a really strong connection and possible twin flame relationship. Align your life. Before going forward in your career, just make sure to reorganize and really study hard for this project you're working on. And you're probably working together with someone else. Again, I'm seeing that there's someone you really love and you're probably working on this project with them. And I have one last card. And this is from the Love Rummy deck that I have. By love, the bitter becomes sweet. By love, copper becomes gold. By love, the dregs become clear. By love, the dead becomes living. By love, the king becomes a slave. From knowledge, love grows. Has stupidity ever placed someone on such a throne? So, what I feel like is that by love, copper becomes gold. By love, the dregs become clear. Like stuff like that. I feel like this person that you're working with love, your projects become even more beautiful. And the projects that you're working on. So if you're working with someone, you're working on a project together, and this is your twin flame, you guys will be able to create something together that you really put out to the world. Maybe you guys are even in a band together. Like I started a band last year, and I've been working with a lot of different people. And maybe you'll meet through that. It could be anything, really. But when you create art together, or you create a project together to share with the world with your twin flame, it becomes twice as powerful because that connection really blows up that piece of art. So that's what I'm getting, is that your twin flame is someone that you either work closely with now on your own projects at work or school, or someone you will work together with. And that's just so beautiful to me. And it's so beautiful that you guys get to do that with someone that you really love, because that is the ultimate like power couple energy that I'm getting. And I hope this all gave you clarity on what you wanted to hear and what you hoped in a twin flame, and that you guys do finally get that connection, or you guys are in that connection. This confirmed that to you. This is such a beautiful reading. If you did like this video, please like this video, and then I'd like to see you all in the comments down below, and definitely do subscribe. That really helps my channel. Thank you all. I hope to see you all next time.